What about you guys? Let's talk to her some more. Because we actually want to romance her, right? We want to get rid of the orc guy. Yeah, it's gonna become a stupid, like, anime love triangle bullshit. That would actually be funny. Could you tell me about your childhood, please? Too little, some scraps of memories, no more than that. What exactly do you remember? Nothing special, some images of a faraway past, that's all. I do remember wooden table legs, the paint on them was peeling off, and I was standing on my toes trying to peek at what was on the table. I remember the wild rose by the window, it kept me up at night, scratching the glass with its gnarled branchlets. I do remember my mother's blue dress, it was a trifle battered, but it smelled of lavender. I guess that's all, not much there, right? What do you know about your parents? You are half-elf, right? Just like me. Am I? What the fuck? She didn't know? You know, I think you might be right. I'm rather slim and tall, and I can see well in dim light. She raises her hands and touches her. Dude, she actually didn't know what? Ah, she's being sarcastic. They're a bit pointy. Yes, I'm definitely a half-elf. What the hell? Oops. Let's think about that logically. So my mother was an elf and my father was a human. Or maybe it was the other way around. And my mother was a... Yeah, see? She was just kidding. Finally, Octavia can't take it anymore and bursts into laughter, having spoiled her own act. So that's it. Now you know as much about my parents as I do. Okay. So she doesn't have any clue. Do you remember how you were enslaved? I clearly remember the man who took me away from my home. He was big, with a huge pot belly and shaggy beard. I was afraid he would eat me. Anyway, he didn't stay with me long. He gave me to his slave accomplices, and never saw him again. When my mother was giving me to him, she was crying. I can still barely hear her quiet voice, but I can't recall her words or her face behind... her face behind the tears. Just that lavender smell. It tickled my nose and I wanted to sneeze. Did my mother send me into slavery, but then why was she crying? And if she didn't want me to be a slave, why didn't she try to save me? She probably didn't have a choice. One more riddle from my past that I don't care to solve. It must be terrible, horrible, being unable to recall your childhood. Well, I recall my childhood in rather bright details. It was spent in dirty barracks. I wore flea-infested rags and slept on a straw mattress instead of a proper bed. Though I understand what you mean. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure I want to remember my childhood before slavery. If I could remember what I lost, it would probably just bring me more pain. So it's good that I don't remember much of anything. Will you tell me about your life in slavery? I don't like to recall it, but if you insist... The slavers from the Technical League tried to ruin my life, but all they could do was ruin my childhood. How did you happen to find yourself in the Stolen Lands? Enslavers from the Technical League funded a large expedition into the Stolen Lands. 100 agents, tens of slaves, wagons. They were to search for some ancient artifacts or ancient ruins. Our group never made it to the Technical League hideout. Along the way, it was attacked by the future owner of the Stolen Lands himself. I wonder who that is. And I'll be forever grateful to him for it. Alright. Did you have many masters over the years? Yes, many of them. Some owned me for years, others felt they had had enough of me in a couple of months. Trust me, I did all I could to make every master eager to get rid of me. A slave that's trained in magic is rather expensive. It's a rather expensive as oh my god. Learn to read. A slave that's trained in magic is a rather expensive thing. So they wouldn't kill me. At least that was the hope. So I drooled and played an idiot, and I listened as every new master argued with my former one trying to return me. Sometimes I punctured the pages of magic books I was forced to copy with a quill. Other times I pretended to mix up the spells, so instead of lighting a magic torch, I set dozens of dancing lights floating just below the ceiling. Of course, most of these tricks of mine usually ended badly. I got punished on a regular basis. My back still remembers the master's whips, though all my skills from those times are long gone. Yeah, remember when we talked to Raygonga about that as well? Like he basically for a lot of this stuff that she pulled, like when she was actually being punished, he kind of stood in for her, and he took like the whipping and stuff. Where did you learn to use magic? Oh, I was taught magic by Change of Starfall. Hell is Starfall? Okay. One of the most famous wizards in Numeria, Maestro Change, as he insisted on calling himself. Anyone would be happy to learn from such a great master, and only a talentless bitch like me would dare to reject his teachings and indulge in her laziness. At least that's what Maestro Janus used to repeat constantly, while whipping knowledge into my bag. Oh my god, what? So she was forced to learn magic? Damn. The great Maestro was a big fan of punishment. Oh my god. The Technic League didn't care if a few slaves died under the Master's whip, as long as Maestro Janus provided an arcane-trained one in return. Officially there is no slavery in Numeria, but the Technic League is above any law. A slave with an aptitude for the arcane is worth much more than a regular one. The slave's repertoire is limited to the simplest and safest spells, of course. Have you ever tried to run away? What a silly question, of course I tried. As soon as we saw even the tiniest opportunity to get free, Rek and I crept for it. On one occasion we jumped from the cart into the river. There was a time when we spent weeks trying to dismantle the far wall of the barracks and make a path out. Sometimes we attacked our guards when they least expected it. We craved freedom, we lived only to dream about it. Those short days, sometimes weeks, that we spent on the run were the happiest days of my life. We used to hide in the woods or blend in with the crowd on the streets of Starfall. Midnight stars were our guiding lights, and we shared our dream with them. We reached the river kingdoms, for in these lands there were neither slaves nor masters. We were starving and freezing, but that was the real life. Too bad it usually ended too soon. Technic League agents always found us in the end. I don't know how they managed to do it. They probably used magic, or maybe it was just our fate. They whipped us and returned us to our old masters, or sold us to new ones. The old ones refused to pay. So we were slaves again, but the dream about the river kingdoms never left our hearts. Have your masters ever hurt you? I mean, what she basically just said. Let's talk about something else. Oh! What do we have here? Octavia stops you, gently touching your hand. Wait, I want to tell you. She sighs and shakes her head, as if trying to collect her thoughts. The Technic League agents you rescued us from, Rek and I tried to run away many times, but they always managed to find us eventually. I have no reason to hope that this time they have lost track of us for good. Oh boy, so actually, I guess it's possible that at some point some Technic League people will return and try to basically, you know, kill us and put these guys back into slavery. That is good information. Thank you for telling me. I won't let anyone harm those who are dear to me. Whatever happens, you can count on me. Thank you. Still, I would like to find them first. Yeah, I agree. You worship Callistria, right? Yes, many slaves survived only thanks to their faith. Some lived hoping for a day when a good deity would deliver them. Some even offered deals to the evil gods, but me and Rek, Callistria has taught us the most important things. Expect no gifts from above, rely only on ourselves. Sounds good to me. Never forgive those who wronged us, but at the same time, savor every droplet of pleasure we could squeeze from our bleak days. Why do you need to find the Technic League agents? I think this is actually, yeah, I think that just appeared. I think that wasn't there before. I broke free from slavery. Thanks to you, I've obtained everything I've dreamed of. My freedom and the opportunity to control my own life. I want to use this opportunity to fight the Technic League. At least a part of it that operates here in the Stolen Lands. I wish to free all the slaves from the Technic League masters. I do believe that while we are together, we can achieve a lot, even this. Okay. Alright, we'll talk later. Sure, come anytime. Okay, so let me put... I actually have some really shitty stuff lying in there. Yeah, eventually I should clear this out. Also, I should get the tower shield because, yeah. Battery is going to reach level 5 soon. Alright, let's put all this magical stuff in there for now. I can still sell it at some point. Just right now I don't really... Like, I'm not really saving up for anything, so I might as well, you know... Might as well do that. So we're getting pretty overloaded here with ingredients. Yeah, I don't know if I... You know, I should probably get the ingredients, but I should actually start using them instead of, you know, always doing like the cheapest thing. Yeah, let me do that. Alright, got the ingredients. Let's go up here. Okay. Feels better that I'm like very close to medium encumbrance. Yeah, it sucks. Like, basically, when I pick up one thing, I will be encumbered again. Kind of stupid. Okay, so let's go to sleep. Get some rest because everyone is fatigued. And then try to get this thing open again. And it doesn't work because I cannot pick locks. Why can I not control?
In due time.
Why can I not control my party in here? Kinda dumb. Okay, well. So let's see. I think that if I talk to him and say, yeah, rest of awaits, maybe it will actually bring me there right now. Yep. Yep. So that's probably the end of chapter 1, I would say.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it.
Well, thank you for the trust.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish. But this time, as a ruler.
Nice, I like the sound of that.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Kasil, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. Yeah, I would assume he's actually, like... He's probably not going to help us. He's probably there for, like, spying on us. Like, checking out what we're actually going to do. You already know about my encounter with Tartuccio.
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Germany, what? Oh look, there's actually a typo here. It's supposed to read Chamandi, just what kind of game are you playing? But it's just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
I don't know shit about any of that. What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Isia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Isia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Isian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
Okay, what do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
Well, that sucks.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Isia. But their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
So basically a lot of rich people are being assholes to each other, alright. What role do I play in your plans?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going?
Yep, I do.
The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Mager Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
I see. Don't the Sword Lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
I see, oh my god. What part does Restov play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius.
If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings.
Oh, shit.
But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so.
So it's basically the Lannisters from Game of Thrones.
Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side.
Yeah, that's what I think.
If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
I mean, that's what she says, but how do I know that I can trust her, you know? Like, I still have to meet the other guys, and then, you know, based on how they seem to me, like, character-wise, I can make, like, my own decision who I want to help and who not to help. Maybe I don't want to help anyone. Maybe I just want to stay neutral. What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Alright. Thank you for the explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Thank you. I'm going to speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Okay. A noble welcome to... Oh my god, dude, that's a lot of people. Okay then. I like how my wolf is actually in here. And look, we can actually level up now. Well, I might as well just do it with him now. How can I get rid of the curse? I think I have a potion for that. So level up. By the way, I didn't really find a cool multi-class combination for him. I wanted to look into Duelist, but Duelist is actually terrible for what I want to do. Duelist is basically if you only fight with one weapon and you're not wearing a shield, you know. But yeah, that sucks because I'm dual wielding. So I think he's actually going to be just a ranger. Like, he's just gonna be a pure ranger. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to the special ability from level 20. Like, look at that. It's actually pretty insane. You get an ability, and I'm pretty sure that's only on the 20th level of ranger that you get this. So it basically says, you can make a single attack against a favored enemy. So basically all the enemies that I choose for my favorite enemy skill that rangers get. And if the attack hits, the target takes damage normally, but also has to do a fortitude save, or he dies. That's right, he just dies. You can basically one-shot an enemy. And that's pretty insane, to be honest. Yeah, there's pretty much 10 plus half of the ranger's level, plus the ranger's wisdom modifier, which is 2 for me because I have wisdom of 14. So, and you can also use that ability 5 times per day, but not on the same creature. That seems pretty good. So basically you can one-shot an enemy, or one-shot 5 enemies, 5 different enemies per day. That might be really good for later on. Then of course, you know, they do have to fail the fortitude save, but I don't know, that's a pretty cool ability. And I didn't really find anything that I want instead. Like, what I think is kind of cool actually is this this alchemist thing that is called the Vivisectionist. That is actually pretty cool, because for only one level in this, you basically gain a sneak attack, just like a thief would gain it. And you also get this ability called a mutagen. It's basically what Gerald in The Witcher has, and all the other witches. You can basically use that, and it gives you a +2 natural armor bonus, and also a +4 bonus on any kind of ability you select for 10 minutes per alchemist level. Well, so that's 10 minutes per level 1. So, you could basically choose, okay, I want to have strength for this, right? Then once you use this, you gain +2 on your armor class, and you gain +4 on strength. And that's just, for one level of this, that is pretty insane. But if I do that, I'm gonna lose this ability on level 20, and I don't think that's worth it. I think the ability is pretty good. So I'm just gonna stay a pure ranger. Okay. So that is my reasoning for the build. I'm going with him. Let's continue with perception, with nature law, and stealth. Alright, so abilities. Defeat a favored enemy. Oh. And another favored enemy. Okay. So let's see, what do I wanna take here? Outflank is pretty good actually. I'm gonna try and see if actually all of my close combat people should be able to get this now. So maybe we should just get this. Yeah. So that might be good. Let me check my notes here. What else was pretty good? Oh yeah, also, yeah, Scene. What is Boon Companion actually? I don't know what that is. Your bond with your animal companion is unusually close. The abilities of your animal companion are calculated as though your class were 4 levels higher, to a maximum effective level equal to your character level. Oh. That's pretty good actually, right? Oh shit. Yeah, that is pretty good, I think. Let me see what else I can... There's an ability called 2-Weapon Rend. Wait, where is it though? I don't see it. Is that not in this game? Wait, what? Really? Oh, okay. I guess it's not in this game. Cool. Okay, so maybe I will just go for outflank. Boon Companion is pretty good as well, though. I might go for that as well. Combat reflexes. What was that? Oh yeah. This sounds really cool. You may make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round equal to your dexterity bonus, which means I'll able to make 2 additional attacks. That's pretty cool, right? So that would be pretty cool as well. I think for now I'm actually gonna go with the outflank stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this on every one of my front row characters. And it's gonna be insanely good then. Not on everyone, yeah. I'm gonna get this on Emiri and on my main character. And so when both of these two are flanking the opponent, they'll get a yeah, a +4 bonus to the attack rolls. Let's get outflank. I guess we can get another favored enemy. Let's see, what else should I get? The second chapter seems to be about, like, political stuff, so it's probably about humans, I would say. That might be a good choice here. Dragons is probably not worth yet, I would say. Stuff like goblins I don't even care about anymore, so... What's monstrous humanoids? That's like orcs and stuff, right? Usually outsiders are pretty strong too, but I don't feel like they're actually going to show up. At least not right now. So I'd probably go for humans. Huh? Huh? What does it want me to do now? Wait, what? I don't really understand what this is. Let me see. Let me see. Let me read this again. Oh, I see. I can... Ah, okay. I can up the bonus for one of these two +2. Okay. Well, humans are undead. Probably undead, yeah. Okay, looking good. La, 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 la. They call this a feast? I'll show them some real festivities if they'd let me.
All according to plan.
Mega Vaughn. Let me introduce myself. I am Mega Vaughn, the new ruler of Dunsward. Your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the stack lot, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of banners with such a small team. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, so just like us, basically. Jamandi Aldori needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of the mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Barling host, have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and a land to own. It was a dream job. This guy seems pretty alright. How do you feel about being noble? Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. See that lad, Baron Trelev? He's not like us, who knows what generation of Baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. You and me? We are like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise he would take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you. Yeah, this guy seems alright. Okay, Mega Vaughn. To the east, he said. Seems like a good guy. This is the guy who was already talking to me. He's totally drunk. Pour up to the brim, so that, oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Their wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizers, pff, barely a mouthful. Fuck this lander. Oh my, look at this guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So you're the famous slayer of the Staglord's gang, soon to be a baron. Nice to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Okay. Just Lander? No last name? No title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Maybe he's of that house that I shouldn't get involved with. I don't know, he kind of seems like an asshole. I'm not sure. Truth be told, that's precisely what I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Prevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret without servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Prevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. Okay. So, it seems like this guy's family might be kind of a bad one, but he actually might be alright. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary of Prevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Oh. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I have been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, both now and in the future after I have a firm position in my family. Huh. Are you from Restovic nobility? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting, you could say. I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands, and the Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party. Please tell me again what you are doing here. Okay, same thing as before. I'll consider your proposal. Yeah. I don't know. Oh shit. I'm already feeling quite uncomfortable. I hate this political stuff. Oh shit. Peace in times of pestilence, a ludicrous attempt to sink into reverie. To decrease, yeah, whatever.
In due time.
From contemplating one's own insignificance. There's Hannes Trelov. That's the guy who the other guy warned me about. Baron Hannes Trelov, and you must be the Staglord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but you took out the Staglord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. So, let's see. I can basically tell him, what did you to deserve your new dominion? Let's say you're not very polite for a nobleman. Ha! Politeness must be deserved. Wow. Yes, I defeated the Staglord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all of the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons. Ha, of the likes of you and Vaughn. So you have no army and no special merits? You were just given land for being pretty? Under other circumstances, I would have you whipped for such words, but let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration, huh? If you want so badly to measure merits, we can do so another time. Oh yeah, we sure will, you fucking piece of... Oh boy. Okay, Valerie. Truth be told, I'm not really comfortable here. I lost my taste for high society. Yeah, that's how I feel. Octavia. Try the eclairs. They are still delicious. Haha, to victory, to freedom. Bottoms up, yes. Who's this guy? It's Swanky Keek. Huh. A symbol of Aristeels. He's probably a priest or cleric. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Oh, a deep voice, okay. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a Swanky Keek, High Priest of Aristeel and Restov. Diplomacy? I don't think there is a diplomacy skill. I guess there is. Well, let me try. Bringing law into the stolen lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. Succeeded, cool. This is a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital free of charge. Oh, cool. Well, that was good. Do many people in Restov venerate Aristeel? They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. Probably like a death god, right? Yeah, Lady of Graves, Mother of Souls, oh boy. There are also some more rare cults. But there's no denying that the Stag God has the largest congregation here. And no wonder, people here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. You are dressed surprisingly simply for such a festive occasion. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. The priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. Okay, that's a cool guy. I like him. I like him. Aristeel keep you. Alright, so let's go over here. Oh boy, there's the Sotova lady. Oh yes, I see good old Restov hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell in the streets is the same. Okay. So let's talk to her. Oh boy. Natela Sotova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. Oh my god, I hate such people. You are not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Oh my god. Can I just punch her? It was a pleasure meeting you. May I take my leave? Before you leave, please allow me to introduce someone to you. Yeah, she's not even worth talking to, so I'm not gonna bother. I believe Jemani has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy, Casil. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Murvey, an experienced diplomat who is more familiar with Prevoy's politics than any brawler could be. Oh boy. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Prevoy. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. Yeah, right. Well, we know who not to choose. So my choice is basically going with Jemani's proposal and choose this guy. Then I also have the choice of going with this old lady, which I'm not gonna do, for sure. Because I don't like that family. And then we have this guy, who I don't know. Like, he doesn't tell me what family he's from. Like, I wonder what, I wonder what's gonna change if I choose him. I don't really know. I guess this is basically the choice between allying with them, and if I choose him, I'm probably going to be neutral. So I don't really know what I should do in this case, huh?
That is not